Okay, hello my multi-millionaires over there again on the other side of the screen. Today Truth Detective is going to be doing you a vlog. I'm up late again today. Today with a black feather one. So I had to take a break from my writing because of my left hand elbow started to have so much pain in it, and I think it has been almost a week now without writing any lines, and you know, I'm getting kind of grumpy about it. So as you see, the weather outside today was pretty foul, you know, only grays and all the color is withering away. But I have been reading a lot of books, you know. Yesterday I reviewed you the Al Capone biography, and today I think I'm going to finish the book Mob and the City about New York, and I'm gonna review you that today, and then we'll see what else will happen. Yesterday I went to an art exhibition, and they had used in the art pieces very interesting materials and oil stick, and the surface that those art pieces were done on was very, you know, experimental. So I took some photographs and I made these art pieces out of those photographs. So I have an idea of writing the Truth Detective comic book, or drawing the Truth Detective comic book at some point. Of course I won't do the art myself, but I will probably be the guy behind the story of that. So you have to forgive me if my thoughts are not so structured today, because I can't fucking write. Man. But I ordered a new fountain pen, and I hope that it will be arriving maybe next week or something like that. If you know anything about fountain pens, it was by a manufacturer called Lamu, and that's a German manufacturer of fountain pens, and yeah, you know, high-end writing stuff, and it was the model Aeon. I looked at the different models of Lamy pens, and I kind of felt that that's probably the best choice, and I thought that this is the perfect time to test the new brand, because I have been writing for the longest time with Parker. And some people say that Moleskine notebooks are not good for fountain pen writing, but I'm gonna say that they are the best notebooks for fountain pen writing. I'm going to try the Lamy notebooks and see if they are anything good, you know. I don't know if you know about this, but if you are a creative writer, there's also an invention called the free write, and that's kind of that's an electric typewriter, or electronic typewriter, not an electric typewriter. I remember when I was young, you know, my family had a electric typewriter, and at some point I used an Olivetti. It was something like 34 or something like that, the model. It was made in Spain, and I got it used for like 10 euros, and I bought those inks from the eBay. So I wrote like 2,500 pages with the thing. Like, man, the sci-fi I wrote with that thing, you know, it was awesome. I'm kind of thinking about that I need some kind of, you know, editor person to help me with writing, and really what I want to do is to kind of make a studio of writers or writing, and that would entail like a couple of persons working on a writing project, you know, fictional or otherwise, and we would do it as a group, because I can no longer write a book on my own. I feel that it's pretty impossible thing, because there's so much work to it. On top of that, you know, my body is kind of breaking down. Isn't it one of those sayings that you shoot for the stars and you end up in the moon? You know, so I guess a lot of good has still happened, you know, through my writing stuff, even though it's kind of, you know, has been quite a hard journey on my body also. So yeah. Do you know about Dan Simmons? A great science fiction writer. Check out his book Hyperion. That's a great book. But I think I'm doing pretty good because I'm staying off of drugs and that kind of stuff, and you know, just doing something with my life. I think I'm doing pretty good. But of course I have like bigger dreams, and of course I would kind of want to hit it big, you know. But I just feel that in my town the prospects of doing that are very, you know, slim. But man, this season of the year in Finlandia is just awesome, you know. It's all fucking grey, and you know the colors are becoming all, you know, all withered up, and you know the world is like losing its life. But the winter is coming and the first snows already came and went. You know, I don't know what kind of a winter will it be. Will it be so cold as the last year? You know, last year was really, you know, cruel. So I'm taking a bit of a different route today, and here in this part of the town, these are probably like lower middle class income people that live over here. Maybe lower class, lower middle class, and the town is kind of segregated in this way. And yeah, I don't really want to live in this town. It's not that I want to live here, but there has been some interesting outcomes out of the fact that I have lived here all my life. For example, the art I'm right now doing, it's very much, you know, baked into this town. And of course, if I went somewhere else, you know, my art would maybe change drastically. But still I have found, you know, something here. But of course it's a kind of hillbilly land. And I have this plan that every day, and a vision that every day I should do something that develops myself in some way, that takes me and makes me better in some way. Every day I should do something, and that's the surefire way to get the upward trajectory in your life. And when I get stuck due to my health or anything like that, I will always find and invent something to make my life kind of better, or at least if not my life better, to make me myself better. I fully believe in self-betterment and self-development. It's possible and you can see the results, but it's going to take years for you to kind of understand from the people around you that this person has developed himself, this person has not developed himself. And at least in this part of the town, you know, there's huge amounts of people who have not developed themselves. And very many times these kind of people are very clueless why life is so shit, and they kind of blame all kinds of, you know, outward factors for their, you know, circumstances, even though they haven't really made any effort to develop themselves, you know. And yeah, and then there's the people who are kind of, you know, all about outward development, you know. We have to develop, you know, we have to build and construct, and you know, we have to make better ways. And yeah, that's important also, but a lot of those people also have completely neglected themselves and their self-development. And you get a society of brutes and idiots. You could divide self-development like this. There are your skills, there's your emotional life, there's your motivation, there's your relationships, there's your people skills, there's your confidence, there's your spirituality, and then there are your beliefs, then there's the kind of physical side to life, your finances, this kind of stuff. There are so many facets to self-development that you can develop all of these. And if you are blocked from developing one, you might have to develop another. And of course there are those projects that you have, and I have the project English Mastery. And when I do these videos, I also kind of develop my project of writing an English book. So I'm reading this book over here, and there's a hilarious, you know, part where the author tells that You know, in the mafia, there were these guys who dressed up as women when they executed, you know, hits to not get caught. That's so freaking rad. So I finished the book, Mob and City, and most of the bad guys, you know, in the end, they got caught. And when I did the modeling for that art class, you know, the drawing class, I kind of started to think through one of the students' drawings that maybe I should do, this is kind of a stretch, but maybe I should do a comic book character out of Truth Detective. And you see this shirt over here, I actually hand washed, imagine that, hand freaking washed this shirt yesterday. It can't be machine washed, so I hand washed this shirt yesterday, and that's like fucking future, because I believe that it would be so much more kind of economic and environmental if shirts were like this. Yeah. I also read a book here in the library about Damian Hirst, you know. I heard from this artist, you know, a while back when I was studying, you know, modern art, and it's an interesting artist. He has all kinds of ready-made type of art pieces with cigarette butts and pills and medicine and everything freaking like that. He's a very weird type of an artist, and at the same time, you know, his art always kind of evokes a strong kind of feeling. And yeah, it freaking sucks that I can't write at the moment, you know. I just want my new fountain pen, and I just want to fucking continue on doing this stuff, you know. Fuck, man. Like, man, this is fucking hopeless. So yeah, I was talking with one of the employees in the library, you know, he's a pretty funny guy, and he threw this hilarious idea of doing a voiceover or a thought bubble over a video or another type of format other than, you know, comic books, for example. So this kind of just, you know, recording the audio after the fact. that's a great idea, you know. I have to try that. So that was today's vlog, 50 frames per second truth detectiveness. And in the last part of this video, I want you to go to this website, and this is my art portfolio website. You can find out your Truth Detective wallpapers over there. You can find my art over there, and let's get people to see this stuff. If you can, share it on the internet. Just share it. Just say that it was made by me and do some linking to the portfolio page. Just freaking share the stuff everywhere. Put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, just everywhere, you know. Share my freaking stuff everywhere and help me out, you know.